Hey, comic book fans. Chris the Jedi here. I want to thank you for joining me again for number two, week two, of my comic book video review that I've started. Thanks to everyone who checked out the first week and for the few comments that I had. You'll notice probably instantly that the video quality is a lot less on this video than it was on the first. I'm using a very crappy Dell laptop that I'm getting ready to send back, but for some reason I can't figure out how to get my Mac to turn off of mirror image. So like last week, all my any kind of writing or anything ended up being backwards. So if anyone has any tips on that, please leave them below in the comment section, and hopefully things will get better. Like I said, I'm still kind of new to this, so hopefully things will get better as we go. I failed to mention last week where I buy my comics. I shop at Arkham Comics in Blytheville, Arkansas. If you live anywhere near there, I would suggest that you check them out. Go in, say hi to Ken and Sarah, buy a whole bunch of comic books, and enjoy spending time in a comic shop owned by people who really love comics. If you're from the area, you know that there just really aren't a whole lot of places to buy comics. A grocery store here and there, a Hastings. You don't want to do that. Buy your comics from people who really love comic books. Go visit Ken and Sarah at Arkham Comics on Main Street in Blytheville. My first book, I have 3 books this week, and all 3 of them are part of the New 52. It's just all I had come in this week. I don't have it narrowed down to that or anything. That's just all I had come in this week. First up is Green Arrow. Green Arrow number 1. I was really looking forward to this. I kind of like, I've seen the preview of the cover, and I was really excited, kind of gave him a different look. I kind of liked that. But once I got into the issue, I just wasn't feeling it. Story's not great. In fact, it's actually pretty weak. Art, I really felt like I was looking at something made in the 90s, which isn't terrible. I'm not really complaining about that. There's a lot of stuff from back then that I like. It's just the New 52. I was really expecting something new, fresh. I guess I got spoiled to last week's, Jeff Johns and Jim Lee team up. JT Kroll and Dan Jurgens. I wasn't feeling it from either of these guys, story or in art. Maybe that's just me. This is not one that I would recommend you go out and pick up. If it doesn't get any better, I'll probably drop it in a month or so, because the storyline wasn't good. It was weak. The art wasn't captivating. It wasn't pretty to look at. So it wasn't something I enjoyed. I wouldn't suggest it to anyone. So, Green Arrow, if you're looking for something to get into, I would say no on Green Arrow. Pick something else. Pick almost anything else. I flipped through Batwing. I don't get Batwing. But I flipped through Batwing today, and it looked better than Green Arrow. So pick anything, so far out of everything I've seen, pick anything other than Green Arrow. Next is a book that I actually didn't have on my pull list. I got really lucky, and Ken and Sarah had 1 copy left. And I had one that they put out for the stands, and I grabbed it. And I've been wanting to get into some Superman. I'm a writer at the paper here in the town that I live in, and so as a comic book fan and a newspaper writer, I've really been wanting to get into some Superman. Aside from the fact that I'm not an alien from a faraway planet that's been destroyed, being a writer, Superman and I have a lot in common now. So I've really been wanting to get into a lot of Superman. So I picked up Superman Action Comics number 1. This is by Grant Morrison, who I absolutely love. I love Grant Morrison. I think he's done some phenomenal things. His All-Star Superman, in my opinion, is the best Superman story ever told. It just beats out everything. I love Grant Morrison's All-Star Superman. It's absolutely phenomenal. The art in this is great. it really fits with the storytelling, and it fits with the style that Grant Morrison has. I thought this was a really good book. $3.99. It's one of the pricier number ones, but man, it was worth it. It was a good read. It was a lot of fun to see what Superman was doing, and I think it's a kind of a side of Superman that hasn't been told before. It's after Smallville. He's left Smallville. He's not there anymore. He's moved to the big city, but he's not necessarily Daily Planet Clark Kent yet. You kind of find out he's doing something else. He's got another. He's still a reporter, but he's just not Daily Planet reporter yet. So it's really early in the story. I like that. He's just running around in jeans and a t-shirt. I told some people at the comic shop today that in next year's Comic-Con, this will be the big cosplay thing. Everybody will be running around in, jack boots and, a pair of jeans and a Superman t-shirt saying they're Superman. So that I don't know, that's kind of neat to me. They just put him in t-shirt and jeans, and I think it was a really good story. I'm looking forward to number 2. I really can't wait. I think I'm going to be adding this to my pull list. This was a really good story. Like I said, go pick it up if you can find a comic book retailer that has it. Go pick it up. I'm sure if it's out of print, they'll start second printing really soon. Have someone back order it for you. But get into this. I would say get into it. Even if you're not a Superman fan, at least give the first issue a try. So, I would definitely say pick up Superman Action Comics number 1. My final book was... This book was awesome. Okay, just for a number 1, this is in my opinion, this is the best number 1 yet. My final book is Detective Comics number 1. Now, Detective Comics, for those who don't know, is where Batman originally showed up. He did not originally show up in a book called Batman. He originally showed up in a book called Detective Comics. So, I picked this one up because, it's number 1 of Detective Comics. Batman Detective Comics. Name's a little different, but it's still, it's Detective Comics. Tony Daniel does the writing and the art. I love this guy. He did a really long run, over the last, I don't know, it's several months. He did a really long run on the Batman title, and I love his storytelling. I love his art. I love that he does the storytelling and the art. You want to talk about a good team. There are great teams out there, but I don't know, maybe the best team is the one guy who just does it all. He knows exactly what he wants, and he does them both very well. Very good storytelling, very good art. This is great. Let's see if we can get a picture of this whole thing. The Joker as the first villain, I love that. Yeah, you see Lex Luthor in Action Comics, but he's not really the Lex Luthor yet. But this is the Joker, and he is the Joker. I won't spoil anything, but the last panel in this book is visually awesome. Tony did a great job with this last the last page, actually. It's just one big panel. Tony did a great job with this. This book was awesome. This is definitely going on my pick list, on my pull list for each issue. I'm going to be getting these. I'm going to try to frame some of these, and this may be one of the ones that I frame. This was great. I loved it. Good storytelling. I'm a Batman fan anyhow, so it was great storytelling. I would definitely say go out and pick up Batman Detective Comics number 1. Honestly, I wouldn't even wait to see if you like the first issue. I would just add it to your pull list. If you like Batman, you're going to like it. It was just good writing. It's just a really good story. So go out, pick it up. That's it. Those are my 3 books for this week. Follow me on Tumblr, The Jedi Path, tumblr.com/The Jedi Path. support your local comic shop. If you live anywhere within driving distance of here, drive over here, buy some stuff from Ken and Sarah at Arkham, and stick around for a little while and talk to them. And you'll love it. I always have a great time when I go in there. My wife and we go in there and we spend 2 hours. You don't buy comic books for 2 hours, you know. You go in there and you talk to people and you have fun. So, come check them out if you're anywhere, like I said, anywhere within driving distance. This is the end of my second review. Hopefully, as the weeks go on, like I said earlier, I repeat myself from time to time. But as things go on, I'll kind of get the hang of this. I've got a really nice HD camera somewhere. Maybe I can find it and start shooting them on there, and the quality will be a little bit better and won't be so nauseating to watch. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel. It says Packer Smacker, and for now that's what it is, because that's a really old YouTube account that I had that was already linked to my email address, and so I just haven't started a new one yet. So for now, subscribe to Packer Smacker. For those who don't know, it's a Chicago Bears reference. Don't worry about it. Anyhow, subscribe to the channel. I hope you enjoy this. I hope I don't ramble too much for some of you guys. If I do, next time just cut off the last 2 minutes of the video or something, because that's really about all it is, just rambling. Anyhow, I hope you enjoy it. Enjoy your comic books this week, no matter what it is you bought. Continue to support physical comic books. I know some people prefer digital, but continue to support physical comic books, and just continue to support the comic industry in general. Yes, this week I had a lot of DC. Support your indie comics. Always get out there and support your indie comics, and find the things that maybe nobody else is reading. Those are some of the best titles to read. Anyhow, enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you next week. Thanks.